Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, there was a few things that are really timely right now. I've talked about how spring is such a wonderful time to fish, but it really is. And I was talking to my buddy, Will Clute, on the Mohawk Reservation. And the reservation has a little bit different laws than the rest of the state. You know, there's some wonderful biologists that work on the res, and, you know, their ultimate goal is to preserve the resource that we have, very similar to what we with the DEC in New York does. We want to protect these fish, but one of the things that they don't do is they don't stop angling at any time of the year. And Will's able to go out right now, and he told me he was breaking some ice with his boat and going out, and he said he found a spot that he always fishes in the spring, and the walleyes were just, he gave me a story about all the walleyes he caught, and he said, I think the smallest one was 6 pounds. But here's the point. Right now, this time of the year, remember that walleye fishing will be, it's closed right now until the 1st of May. But also remember that some of our streams that those walleyes go up to spawn, there's closed fishing in the Grass River from the St. Lawrence River back through the town of Meissner, and you can't fish in April in that water for anything because the walleyes will be running up there to spawn. And it's going to be the same thing in a number of any tributary that flows into the St. Lawrence. Those walleyes are going to run up in the spring to spawn. Just remember that. And the same goes for the Oswegatchie River in Ogdensburg. That stretch from the Kabinski Center to up above Hosmer's Marina up to the dam is closed during April. You can't be in there fishing for anything. And truthfully, there may be trout that run up there that have come down the St. Lawrence from Lake Ontario that quite often will run up the Oswegatchie at this time of the year. You can't be in there fishing for them because they want to protect those walleyes that really become numerous in the water at this time of the year. But when season begins in May, you have the greatest opportunity to catch that biggest walleye of your life in our area. Those big walleyes will be hanging out in shallower water near where these tributaries are in the St. Lawrence. And it's a great time to really catch big walleyes. And that's something that I wanted to pass on. I know Will was so excited. He's able to take people out right now into the St. Lawrence River on the Mohawk Reservation, and they can catch walleyes. He has 4 charter boats that are doing this. And it's exciting for them, and it's exciting for people that want the opportunity to go out there and catch some of the great fish that we have in our area. Something to remember, that May can be your time in our area. I know when we go to sport shows and show the videos, and when people see the big walleyes that we can catch, that really, really beckons people. There's a lot of people that would rather catch a big walleye than go out and catch bass. You can catch bass in almost any part of our country, but you can't catch big walleyes like what we have right now in the St. Lawrence River. And I think they're the benefactor, the same thing as our smallmouth bass are. They've been getting big and fat and lazy by feeding on gobies. It's really made these fish huge. We've had walleyes in the high teens that have been caught in the last few years, and that's unheard of in the past. So just remember that our walleye fishing in May could be tremendous. And you can use just about anything. Those fish are going to be aggressive, and they're really going to be eager to feed at that time. So until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.